What's going on, guys? Welcome back to No Reserves Radio. I'm your host, Rehn. Daddy's home. With me, as always, Angelo. Angelo, before we start, some housekeeping, okay? Because I'm glancing through the recording studio here, and I see Richard, I see Mason, I see Dylan. What have you done?
I think the better question is, what haven't I done? I've done a lot. I have tried a lot. I
Like,
have.
hold on, hold on,
Go
hold
ahead.
on,
Go
hold
ahead.
on.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Here's a message from you that says, and I'm reading this verbatim.
Oh, God, I love this.
Join the football studio at Dick Armstrong.
What, you don't like
What
Dick
have you
Armstrong?
done?
Do you actually? So funny enough, of all the people to criticize me, Dick Armstrong might actually be the least warranted. Because do you know who he is?
No, I can't tell actually.
He actually used to be a scout for the Jaguars.
Dick
So
Armstrong. That's an
yeah,
interesting way to go about it.
yeah.
Um, yeah. So no reserves basketball. We're doing it. It's been God over a year. I think. I think
Too long.
October. I think October was the last time
Because
we
you were a pansy.
actually recorded.
Pansy ass
No,
bitch.
no, no. That's not entirely accurate. Um, It's partially accurate, but it's not entirely accurate. I'm not taking full accountability. I have messages from Austin where it's like, Angelo says he's not doing it anymore, right? Yeah, right? Yeah.
But I
Like
did it.
there was an
I did.
agreement
But I
that
did the things. But I did the things.
right, right, but like we weren't going to continue doing that. But anyway, so a lot has happened. So let's very quickly recap last NBA season cuz if I'm not mistaken, we recorded right before the start of the season and then we never recorded again.
The start of last
So
season, yes. Yes.
we can basically ignore everything because all that matters really is the playoffs, right? Like that's all anyone cares
That's
about,
all I
especially
say.
you.
Yeah. Season. You are already getting the gist. I feel weird because I haven't done my monologue yet. But go on. Go on. Go on.
Oh, do you need to do a monologue?
I
Do you do monologues now?
I do monologues now. Yeah.
Oh, go ahead and do your monologue. I'll sit here and
I think. I
observe.
think. Funny enough, I think the summary would be better because the monologue kind of has to do with last season. So I think you should do your summary first, but then I got my monologue.
Well,
Don't worry.
so
I got
realistically,
it. I got it.
the only thing that matters is the finals. So we'll talk about the finals. And for me, as a Pacers fan, if you've ever seen, and I'm saying that
Oh,
like
we missed the Pacers. I'm so
we
happy
did, we
about
did.
that. I'm so happy
Um,
about that. That would have been a bad season. That would have been a really, really
what's
bad season.
there's the meme of the wrestling guy. Is it Vince McMahon where he's like he doesn't want to talk about it, he just wants to remember it. That's last season for me. Um, because realistically, 7-game series OKC Pacers. And everyone if you're listening to a basketball podcast, you know how it went down. Shortly into game 7, Tyrese Halliburton Achilles tear started off
GG's.
really hot. Like it was over at that point. And I think that's always going to be one of those what ifs because I legitimately think the Pacers could have won that series. And I think everything that's transpired since, with Miles Turner leaving the Pacers, Tyrese missing this entire season, the Pacers as a whole paying for the blood magic they used last season, where suddenly every single player on the roster has been hurt. Overall, and I know you're biased because you're going to hate anything to do with the Pacers. I feel like that
I'm objective.
whole that whole playoff run with the Thunder and the Pacers, it was enjoyable just because neither of them had won before, and we weren't just going to see Boston back in it, Lakers back in it. we were going to see a team that had never won before in the NBA finally overcome it. Did that make it more or less enjoyable to you that it wasn't one of those big market teams?
Less enjoyable.
Really?
Really?
I don't know. Like, because everything that, like, as a basketball fan, okay, all of those Pacer comebacks, you didn't enjoy that.
Not
Not as a
necessarily, no.
Pacers fan. I'm saying just as a pure basketball fan, you didn't enjoy
No.
it,
Because
really.
like quite honestly, if you are a basketball fan, you want the game you love to thrive. And what was best for the game that you loved, whether you like this or whether you hate this, was the Knicks to be in that finals against,
But
I'm assuming OKC was inevitable.
but
So go ahead.
in that same vein, what is more likely to grow a game? A team that already has fans or a team that is growing a fan base? Right? Because like
Probably a team that isn't like crossroads with a cornfield making it to the finals. Probably
okay,
that one.
you have been to Indianapolis, you know that's not true. Hold on. I'm gonna pull up the ratings for you're gonna have to bear with me here because it's been a while. My tab game is not as strong as it was. Viewership ratings by year. Why does it have projected ratings? So 2020 was the lowest. That makes sense. Um, so 2025 was down versus the previous 3 years, but it was up versus
As to be expected.
2021. Who was 2021? Was that the Bucks?
I actually think you're right about that. That was the Bucks year. What was that? Or was that Raptors? Was that Raptors Warriors
No, no, no. Raptors was before that. Raptors was
2019? Bucks
yeah,
Suns. That makes
yeah.
sense. That makes sense.
So besides that, like obviously, like you have like the 2008 finals all the way to like the 2019 finals. The LeBron Curry years were ridiculously high, but viewership was
Which
up,
one likes
ratings
to
were
see?
about the same. Like,
Viewership was not up. They were down since like the Milwaukee and Phoenix. What are you talking
are
about?
you looking at the graph?
No, you didn't send the graph. But
Well,
you just said down
it
from the
wasn't
previous
accounting.
three.
No, so there's a difference. There's ratings and viewership, right? So viewership is how many people watched it. Ratings was like how highly rated it was. Um, Viewership was down slightly. Like you're talking, so viewership for that was 10.3. The year before was 11.3. It was 1 million down. That's an accounting error when you're talking about a sport. Let's be real.
You want number to go up, not down.
Right, but the numbers have been going down for a long time with sports because of streaming. So, like 2017, 20 million people watched that finals, which that makes sense. And then it dropped to 17 million, 15 million, 7 million. Like the advent of streaming has led to more people pirating. And when you're pirating, you don't count as a viewer. So it's hard to really get a like feel of the pulse when it comes to that. Um, but no, I would say that growing the game would be more beneficial to have teams that, you know, people don't hear about all the time so that, you know, you grow the game because not everyone's going to be a Lakers fan. Not everyone's going to be a Celtics fan. They
Most
want
people are.
options. Most people are, but they do want options. Um, but with we're mostly gonna talk about like the Tyrese situation. So I was looking this up today because I was getting ready for this because we decided to do this last night. Full disclosure, like try to bring it back, see what happens. Um, 1/3 of the 30 highest paid players are out with significant injuries. What do you think the cause of this is? Is it the fact that we're now more like, I think it was Kevin Garnett who said it last year, that players are trying to be smaller and faster, and so they don't have the
Mm.
musculature system to support the freak of nature physical attributes they're using?
I don't think that's for everyone though. Like
Well, yeah, there's some.
I actually would be curious. You probably have this in front of you. If weight has gone up or down over the years, because I'm
Well, I
actually
don't have
willing
enough
to
to
bet
let up.
that like muscle mass has gone up because that's just number go up. That's just how generally things go. People get taller, more muscular, and stronger and faster. So I'm not quite sure I like am willing to sign off on Kevin Garnett's PhD for the NBA.
So I don't have current numbers. I I can
Hmm.
try to find those. Hold on, let me see if there's like a more recent one.
But you have numbers from the last 5 years, I hope, or somewhere within the
Hold on,
last 5 years, I hope.
Google AI has been a fucking game changer. I've got numbers up until 2015, 2016.
Okay, use those
So
because then he.
it
Oh, that's
starts
10
in
years ago.
19. Yeah,
Go ahead.
it's a long time ago. That's scary. Uh,
Yeah.
but this chart does start in 1951, where the average weight was 195 pounds. Okay, I'm gonna jump
Sure.
years, so I'll go 10 years at a time. So 61, they were 205, so they went up 10 pounds. Uh, 71, they were still 205, so it was pregnant. 81, they jumped up to 210. 91, where's it? 215. And then it makes a massive jump. So 2001, it goes to 215. 2011, it goes up to 220. 2015, so at every step, it either stayed stagnant or went up, right? After 2010 or after 2011, it starts to go down where in 2011 it was 220, like 224. And then in 2015 it actually dropped to 215. So it did actually go down that year for the first time ever. So I'm going to see if I can
Interesting.
find a more recent one. But it makes sense because when you're looking at like players like Tyrese Halliburton or Cade Cunningham, they're taller than traditional point guards, right? Like the point guards of the 90s, 80s, whatever, with the exception of like Magic Johnson, were like 6'1", 6'2", 6'3". Now we have guys that are 6'5", 6'6", 6'7", 6'8", that are expected to move like a player that's 6'6", or 6 foot. So like they are a lot smaller than a player at another position at that same height, because like we're more focused on flexibility, movement, explosiveness than we are stability. I can't find.
Most interesting. I still think it's more
There we go.
even if I am wrong on that assessment, which is possible. I still think it's more that the game has kind of evolved to a more skilled based game, and that is harder on your knees, your ankles, the lower parts of your body.
Okay, so I,
Generally speaking,
this is not in freedom units. This is in kilograms,
freedom
and this is
units.
2008. So or 2018. So in 2018, the average player was 95.8 kilos. The last time a player was that small was 1992 on average. Now the average height has gone up, so that kind of lines up with what I'm saying, like, or what Kevin Garnett was saying. Because when you look at these guys, like, they're like, do you remember last year NBA 2K25 where like every player was like Gumby, where they were like just stick figures.
Yeah.
That's kind of what we're seeing. And then players are also playing more physical. Like part of the regression of John Morant is the fact that he's not dunking anymore because he's 6'2", and he was trying to dunk on 7'1" guys that were just, contacting him in midair. I don't know. It's I think it's oh holy crap, you can actually track like BMI as well. The internet is awesome.
Primary experience is the internet.
It's been a while. Um I don't know. Like when you're looking at of one third of the 30 highest paid players all being injured. Now, granted, Embiid, Davis, Kawhi, that makes sense. Like those ones make sense. But when you've got like Trae Young, Giannis, Jason Tatum, John Morant, even though Morant plays physical, Sabonis, Halliburton, like injuries are up and there is something causing it besides just they're playing too much because like Mikal Bridges has never missed a game. Like he has never missed a game. If you go back, John Stockton never missed games. Something has changed. And like these aren't all like I would not call Domantas Sabonis a high flyer or an athletic freak of nature. I would not call Trae Young an athletic freak of nature
Call
or
him
a
the
physical
opposite.
player. And to be fair, I don't remember how Trae got hurt, so maybe. Um, but I don't know. Do you have any thoughts on like why?
No, like I was just saying, I think it's just because it's gone to a more skilled set, and that is leads it to be harder on your lower body. Just quite simply, more people are dribbling. Like that's
I mean, yeah, I guess
that's
when
the
you're
long and the
one
short
through
of it.
five, like when your center is fucking isolating, the game has changed. I will give you that, but I don't know. I don't remember a time when we had this many star players all out with significant injuries at the same time.
Sometimes you get unlucky, buddy. Like
Um, let's real quick talk about a couple things. Did you see yesterday? Full disclosure, we're recording this on Sunday. It's probably releasing on Sunday. We don't really know like how that's going to work, but it's going to happen. Did you see yesterday um, the Mavericks Grizzlies game?
I did not see that game. No,
So really, it's irrelevant because the Mavericks are trash because Nico was a terrible
he was
GM and
fired.
thankfully he got fired.
Yeah.
Um, but it's a 2-point game in the fourth quarter. There are 23 seconds. I'm saying this off the top of my head. The numbers might be slightly off. There's 23 seconds left in the game. There's 18 seconds left in the shot clock. Actually, I can see it here. There's at this point in time, there's 21 seconds left, 17 on the shot clock. Klay Thompson demands the ball and chucks a logo three with 17 seconds to go, and he bangs it off the front of the rim. Is that let me rewind. So there's a point I'm trying to ask here, and I guess is that kind of indicative of the team that Nico built, like just tragic? Because that's J.R. Henney's level of stupidity. And it's
So
not even an open three. It is not an open three. He has a man in his face, and it's at the logo. Do you think it's just he thinks he's still prime Clay and can just drain that, no questions asked, go for 2 for 1?
I think that it's part of that is mental. Yes, that because the thing I thought when you said Clay demanded for the ball is like, oh, he's using his experience as a way to curry favor. I guess is the way I would describe it. But yeah, I mean, like you have to have an ego to have it to be an NBA player for the most part.
Do you
I'm
think
not
part of
sure.
it, do you think he just understands the assignment that he is now a tank commander?
That he is now. No, he does not understand the assignment.
Because like that was some tanking. Uh, Fun fact also, just this was something I was when I was looking at stats for the Mavericks because I was going to talk about the game more because it was an interesting game. It ended with a lot of drama. But Cooper Flag has played more minutes this season than Anthony Davis has played for the Mavericks since the trade last season.
Then,
In that,
oh man,
yeah, that's just Anthony Davis. In that vein, do you think the Mavericks move Anthony Davis once he's healthy?
I
Because it
think you
kind
have
of
to.
doesn't make sense
Yeah.
to have him. Yeah. What team do you think makes the most sense? Because I have a hot take. Not necessarily a hot take,
Uh,
but
I think I know your hot take. Um, Silly enough, I think back to the Lakers would make the most sense.
oh my God. For what? And like at that point, I feel like there has to be some kind of investigation.
An
Because
investigation.
like, no, like we're arresting people for gambling, even though every halftime break it's, hey, gamble, sports bet, do it. Why aren't you sports betting? Do it. Also, we're going to arrest people for sports betting. There's other things that were happening with that. I'm not an idiot. Like I get like there was the whole like getting players in, but like at a certain point, if you've created the culture that sports betting is so prominent in your game, you really can't be mad at people for sports betting. Like, right? That was a weird segue. We just started talking about something completely different. What were we on? Anthony Davis. Right.
No, you're being
So
more focused now. I do agree with the hypocrisy of sports betting, and I think that we've kind of lost the plot with a lot of that stuff, especially considering like we have I don't know, I just got done watching football. There are constant ads for sports books and daily fantasy and all that fun stuff.
yeah, half the time if you want to watch it, you have to watch it on FanDuel Sportsnet.
That's another rant is like the amount of money. You know what? You know what? Fuck it. My monologue. So spoiler alert. My monologue was going to be on LeBron James and how this season, especially for me, because the Lakers are 11-4 right now. They've done amazing without LeBron. And my monologue was going to be about just accepting that you're getting older and accepting that there is definitely a future NBA without LeBron James, no matter how weird that
Right.
sounds or looks if you're a millennial. Regardless of all that, I think that we have somehow gotten into a space where an area can be hyper competitive, but also really fucking terrible for a consumer in the sense that, like, in the NFL right now, to watch NFL games, you need an Amazon Prime subscription if your team plays on Thursday. You have Peacock, CBS for particular free games. You have NFL League passes, which by the way does not guarantee the Amazon Prime games, and you have I believe there's someone who does the international games for the NFL as well. I think the amount of streaming services has just like gone in the opposite direction of the way we thought that was going to go. Because now it used to be if you had a cable subscription, you'd have to get like a league pass, an NBA league pass, an NFL league pass, but you would have your games. I
Mhm.
think we have gotten to the point now where we have found a way to make competition bad for your average sports consumer. And I don't know how you fix that.
I don't think there's really a great, easy way to do it. I really think that everyone's kind of backed into a corner now. So, like, I pay for, or paid, season's over, for MLB Network for the Royals. But
I did for the Rangers too.
if they were playing against the Cubs or the White Sox or the Reds, I could not watch that game because it was supposed to be on. It's a blackout for
Fucking
my
Valley.
local TV, but it wasn't on my local TV because I would have to have a different network for each of those teams because I live within 50, 60, 70, 80 miles of those teams. And I kind of get it. Like, you're paying for broadcast rights for your team and you don't want people within your viewing area to view your team unless they're subscribed to you.
And they're willing to
But
pay.
and they're willing to pay. But it's also a problem because what you're assuming is that everyone in your viewership area is a fan of your team. So again, I'm paying to watch the Royals. I'm not paying to watch the Cubs. So I think that if they were going to fix this, the only way you could do it is to kind of have an NBA League Pass or MLB League Pass, whatever the sport may be, where you pay per team. And that sounds stupid as hell, and I get that. It's just the only thing that makes sense to me because we're in a globalization time frame where you can live in Milwaukee, but you're a Miami fan. You could live in LA, but you're actually a Boston fan. Don't don't wear those shirts when you go out. Um, and you should just be able to kind of subscribe to the team. Like imagine a system where, like, let's say it's League Pass, and it's $10 a month for the base League Pass, but that gets you the national games. And then for every team you want to add, it's $1. So like if you pick one team, it's $11 a month. That's the only thing that would make sense to me. Again, it's not a good idea. It's just, I think, the only way to fix the problem of streaming oversaturation. Because again, I don't care about the Cubs. I don't care about the Reds. I don't care about the Bulls. I mean, I do, like, as a sports fan, but I'm not paying for those. I'll watch them if they're on, but I shouldn't not be able to watch the team I want to watch because they're playing one of those teams and they're near me. You feel me?
No, I'm getting you. I'm definitely getting you.
That was a interesting diatribe, but going back to the post LeBron James era, it is scary because it is coming. And I was thinking about this the other day. Like, obviously, the leagues are set up for the future. Like, there are players that are as good or better potentially in the pipelines for all the different sports. But, like, LeBron James is going to retire in 1 to 2 years. Sidney Crosby,
Unfortunately,
Alex
yes.
Ovechkin are going to retire in 1 to 2 years. Lionel Messi is going to retire in 1 to 2 years. Like, the entire landscape of my life of sports is
It's about to
changing,
change. Yeah.
and that's scary. It's change and it's terrifying because it means we're getting older and marching slowly, slowly closer to death. And it's all because of LeBron James.
I knew you'd
Um
find a way to blame LeBron in there.
well, let's talk about this season then, because I don't want to talk about last season because it disappoints me. And I mean, this season disappoints me more. Like, the Pacers are, I don't even want to look. Hold on. Pelicans are 2-15. Are the Pacers worse than that? Pacers are 2-14. It's close. Wizards are 1-15. They're the real tragedy. Jordan Poole.
Can't have no
This
splash without the
season,
pool.
this season, just quickly, like, don't overthink it. Who have been your top 5 players this season? Because I want to see if they align with mine. So do your number 5, and I'll do my number 5.
Oh shoot, you really put me on the spot.
Yeah, we talked about potentially doing this, and that is on you for not being ready.
We
Do you want me to do my
did.
number 5 first?
I think my number 5 is going to be Luca. Go on.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, our lists are not similar.
Yeah.
So I actually have Wemby here, and I think that
I'm not putting
it's
Wemby there. Spoiler.
you're not putting Wemby on your 10 or your 5.
No. Nope.
The reason I do is because of the defense. So the
Ah, that's
change,
shit.
the no. So like, have you looked ever at the season all-time season blocks per game leaders?
I know Wemby embarrasses them.
Well, no, it's not that. I'm just since hold on. In the top 100, there are 3 seasons after the Stephen Curry revolution. Oh, 4 seasons. 3 of the 4 are Victor Wembanyama. One of them is Miles Turner. Because players aren't attacking the rim as much, so blocks are fewer and further between. But besides that, there were back-to-back games. The Spurs and the Warriors played at home and away last week, 2 weeks ago. And there was a point during the game where Victor Wembanyama was face guarding Curry, and he was fighting through screens, which was hilarious. He's chasing him like UCLA cuts, like, and he's just sticking with him. There is so much to Wembanyama as a defender that I don't think any player in the history of the NBA has been able to replicate. Because not only is he an elite defender when it comes to paint defense, but he's keeping up with Wardell, Stephen Curry on the perimeter. Like, I think that there's an argument to be made that he is not in the top 5, but like I can't overlook the completeness of his defensive game. So who's your number 4?
Nikola Jokic.
Oh my god.
You'll see. You'll see.
I'm hating all of this. My number 4 is Cade Cunningham, and look,
It's coming. Don't worry. That's coming too.
I don't hate Cade being higher. I do not hate Cade being higher. For me, I have Cade lower for one reason, and it's history.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a prove it. Like, he is. You could argue him higher, sure, but
Do you
it
remember? Do you remember when we went
I
down? Do you
actually
remember
I
two
was
years
arguing this
ago?
one.
Do you remember 2 years ago when I said Cade Cunningham was better than we were giving him credit for? I
Yes,
remember.
and I
I
don't disagree with that. I think he is better than we give him credit for. I think he's played for, for a tragic 2020s Detroit Pistons. But
also true
let's not act like this is just Cade. Like, Jalen Duren has taken a huge leap this season.
because of Cade.
It's not entirely because of Cade. They're a symbiotic relationship. Is like Cade elevating Duren? Yes, but I would say Duren also elevates Cade. Who's your number 3?
My number 3. And honestly, I probably would have an argument that this guy should be lower. Or actually, no, never mind. Sorry, I'm revising my list in real time.
That's fair.
My number 3 is Tyrese Maxey.
Oof. Oof. I don't know about that.
You don't know about that? I don't know about that one, Chief. Why not? He's playing amazing. Like, He's the player that we were expecting, and now I'm drawing a blank because I haven't talked about the NBA for so long. Hand boy.
Hand boy?
Hand boy. Shoulder
Hand
boy.
boy. Shoulder. What the fuck?
Fultz. Markel Fultz.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That was. I would have, like. I never would have got there. I never would have
You
fucking got
never
there.
would have got theirs, right?
I was so fucking confused. Tyrese Maxey.
Yes, he is the player that we wanted Markel Fultz to be. And he is, granted, the
Oh,
76ers, they're very up and down, but he is not holding them down. And that's actually why
so
he's not higher on this list. And you'll see
so
why.
hold on. I need
Go
to
on.
check something real quick. I have an interesting theory. Am I able to pull this up this way? Yes, I am.
What's your interesting theory?
Hold on.
What's the theory?
I am Tyrese Maxey leads the NBA in minutes per game by a very wide margin. So how much of his stats are inflated? That would be my argument.
They need him.
They absolutely, but I would say any of these players that we are listing, their teams need them.
Fair.
I'm not devaluing Tyrese Maxey's contributions. I'm just saying, like, he has comparable or lower stats to every other player we're listing, and he's playing 5, 6, 7 minutes more than them per game. So, like, he's also not shooting very efficiently. Speaking of which, Cade Cunningham, we didn't talk about that. Cade is shooting horribly. Just, I can't have a guard be that high up that shoots sub 30% from three. He's the only player on either of our lists that shoots below 40 from three. What number are we on?
I just listed my number 3.
So my number 3 is. I'm debating. I'm gonna go with Luka here, just because 35-point triple double is it's still insane, and like he's casually dropping like 50 points a night, which scoring is absurdly through the roof with that new what's the rule called? Basically where they're calling so many more fouls on the follow through. Like if you touch the hand at all during a follow through, they're calling it a foul, which they never used to do. But yeah, a 35-point triple double, you can't argue that. And granted, the Lakers have been really good, but this has been the Luka revenge season we thought it was going to be. Do I think he's going to win MVP? No, because I think the two guys that I have above him are significantly higher probabilities. So who's your number 2?
My number 2 is Cade Cunningham.
Oh God.
Did you be honest? Did you expect even in this early date? Did you expect the Pistons to be number 1 in the East and have a 3-game margin on
Absolutely
it?
not. Absolutely
Okay.
not. But my question is, you, Angelo, you again, Mister, the 3-point shot is so important. He's averaging 7 attempts per game, and he's hitting 1.5 of them.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. He'll get up there. He'll get it up though.
I don't think so. I don't have that kind of faith in his shot.
I have so much faith. I have all the faith.
I know you do, but the
They
best
haven't
he's ever
lost a
shot was
game in going on a
35%.
month now.
Yeah, it's still early though. Like teams start terribles, teams start good. Like it'll be interesting at the end of the season to see where he ranks. My number 2 is SGA. OKC is broken, and we'll talk more about OKC in a second. But I just he's not even playing fourth quarters. Like he doesn't have to.
Yeah.
Now, granted, he is FTA. That name does stick.
God.
But
you the hater.
there's no. It's not hating.
It's
It's
hating.
under. There was a meme that I saw going around NBA Twitter yesterday where it was a stunt actor and they were like practicing scenes where like they were getting shot while running and like it was SGA's new offseason coach. Like the the until he loses the allegations, he is that player. And that's I'm not knocking him. Like I hate the foul baiting that we have in the modern NBA, but I understand it's part of the game. So like I'm not knocking it. Who's your number one?
SGA.
Ugh, I
Don't
hate you so
overthink
much.
it. Don't
So
overthink
I'm
it.
I, I'm gonna say my number one, and it's Nikola Jokic, and I'm gonna tell you that Vegas agrees with me overwhelmingly. His probability to win it is
Yeah,
81.7%.
Vegas or Jokic suck ups. We've been going through the song and dance for half a decade now. Like
He's having a better season than any of his previous MVP seasons. The Nuggets are solid.
uh,
Um,
the Nuggets have built a better team around him. I will give them that. It
Granted,
is
Aaron Gordon is out for 4 to 6 weeks at minimum. That sucks.
it is a lot more suited for his skill set. They brought in a center, and I believe he's actually averaging less minutes per game than he has over the
I
last
don't know
decade
that for
too, if I'm not
sure.
mistaken.
I can pull that up real quick.
Let's see.
Per game, he's about at his average.
Okay. But here's my question to you, Ryan. Okay.
Yeah.
You say you just called SGA FTA, and you say this is bad for the game. Why? And what would you do to change it?
What do you mean? What would I do to change it? Like, what would I?
I
How would
mean,
I change?
the game is like this by design. We have made rules to make the game more like this. So what would you do to change it?
So, like, the thing is, we do have rules in the rule book about flopping and excessively trying to draw fouls because look, the issue is like most sports fans at this point are box score watchers, and I don't know what caused that. But at the end of the day, you're looking at Luca dropped 37 last night. Shea dropped 34 last night. You didn't watch the game, and you're not going to watch the game, and you're not even going to watch the highlights. You're just looking at the box score, and you see this player is averaging this amount. And I think the NBA has realized that and realized they're going to get more traction from like secondary advertising revenues, like highlight videos and sports podcasts and wherever they get revenue from.
Internet.
Um, internet. Um, so they're not having as much of an issue with that because at the end of the day, you're getting people to click on things and celebrate these players because they're averaging 38 this season. It doesn't really matter if you're not watching the game if 15 of those points came from the line. But if you're actually a fan of the game and you're watching the game, there is nothing entertaining about watching teams shoot free throws.
You know
The
about dead
only
internet theory, right?
Yes, I know that internet theory.
So what if we actually have like a dead fan theory? Ren's on board with this. Ren is completely on board with this. But no, seriously, like I didn't think. So here's the thing: I didn't think dead internet
Hold on,
theory.
hold on,
Go ahead.
hold on. I just almost choked to death on a freaking lemon drop
You're welcome. You're welcome.
from a joke. Like I'm not kidding. Like I sucked in and it went down my throat, and I was looking into the eyes of death itself, and then I coughed, and now I'm okay. But like
Uh,
I just
I would
almost
have had
died
to
from a
call
bad joke.
911 live on air, and it would have
That
been
would
my joke, and it would have been my joke that killed you. That sounds like justice.
That's
Anyway,
likely
anyway,
how I'm gonna go out. Let's be real.
but anyway, like when you look at AI, there is more content now made by AI than there are by actual people.
Oh yeah, it's alarming. It's scary.
And I think that if you look into basketball, by the way, I was gonna bring this back around. I was gonna bring this back around. If you look at basketball, I think there are more people who like will watch a box score rather than watch a game now. And so yes, do you think that will change the way content is delivered because AI, Ren and Angelo might be able to speak to people's monkey brains and wanting to see numbers go up?
Uh, so I think that part of the simplification of sports, and I know you're going to disagree with this, but I want you to be open minded and wait until I finish because I'm not blaming the game itself. The prevalence of football in North American sports has created this culture. And what I mean is, like, yes, there are people like you and Alex that are going to sit there and in between every play, they are going to look at what the defense is doing, look at what the offense is doing before the snap, and read into the coaching side of it, the quarterbacking side of it, the defensive adjustment side of it. And that's cool and awesome. But at the end of the day, I think part of what has created the popularity of football and what has led to the simplicity of other live sports, and I say that just because football is the only sport where the clock is running when the game is not being played, is the fact that in between plays, from when the ball is snapped until the down, and then until the next snap, there's a lot of time doom scroll TikTok or doom scroll Reddit, and you really only have to pay attention for a couple minutes an hour. And so it kind of creates an environment where people don't have to pay attention and they're so used to that. And then when it comes to other sports, they start doing the same thing because when we were kids, phones were not as prevalent as they are now. But like, I find myself all the time, if I'm watching something, I am constantly checking my phone or doom scrolling. And I think that that culture shift lined up perfectly with the explosion of football because like football's always been big. I'm not going to say it hasn't, but it really feels like it has elevated in the past decade.
1000%. So what you just
Uh,
said is why I golf. So when I golf,
I'm
whether it's 9, 18, whatever, I keep my phone in my car and I just focus on golfing. I think you need to golf, Ren. I think you need to golf now. You
I
just
do golf.
you gave me some yellow flags, buddy. You said I'm always constantly checking my phone while I'm watching. Yep, you need to golf,
I
buddy. You
I
need a round of
I
golf.
I
Keep the
I,
phone in the
I
car.
do.
Just enjoy the
I don't do that.
scenery. Shoot. Go
I
ahead.
don't do that, but I do enjoy golfing. I'm terrible at it, but um,
Come on down. I got a
holy crap!
membership.
Where
We can
were
go. We
we?
can go 9. We can
Where
go 18.
what were we
What
fucking talking about that led to that side quest?
does it matter? I
Holy
we I
shit!
got us here. I got us
We were
here.
okay. Okay, we were talking about free throws and how people were box score watching. But like, if you enforce the rules on the book, like player falls to the floor and nobody's within a foot of him, technical foul. Like, just fucking call it. Because if you slap their
That's
hand a
a
few times, they're
technical
gonna
foul.
stop. Um, but let's talk about two teams real quick because we're
Let's
coming up
talk about.
to the end. Um, so we'll
Are
we'll
we
talk
though?
about we are. That's I haven't talked this much in a long time. My voice is starting to crack
Gotcha.
some.
Did
Like
you
I'm going
miss
to
it?
do it
Did you
again.
do you enjoy it? Do you enjoy your
I,
time here?
it has been fun, but let's continue. Um, so we'll talk about the Thunder real quick and how fucking broken they are
Fair.
because they have Jalen Williams, who is fucking amazing, and they've got Shea, and they've got Chet, and they've got.
Who's the best player in the NBA? Shay.
I wouldn't say that, but the scary thing is they have 4 picks in the upcoming NBA draft.
Do you know
One of
how um actual nice person but low key scum of the earth Kenny, king of the fourth quarter Kenny does these, and this is why I'm gonna say scum of the earth. Don't worry, I'll come back to this. Does these videos where you can like take a 60 overall player and then do a second, and then you just keep doing the
yeah,
trade over and over and over and over again until you got a super team. That's kind of what the Thunder did, except in real life somehow.
that's not entirely true because like most of these
It
picks
is,
are
but it
from,
isn't.
no, but most of these picks are from the Paul George trade. And if you go back to that trade, like yes, it is one of like it's not Luca for AD terrible, but it's a terrible trade in hindsight. At
Yeah,
the time, getting Paul George meant you got Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi was coming off the Raptors championship. Paul George was third in MVP voting and third in Defensive Player of the Year voting. That was a good trade at the time. And anyone that tells you it was a bad trade at that time, they don't know ball. In hindsight, it's a horrible trade. At the time, it's a good trade. But so you have Shea, you've got Jalen Williams, you've got Chet, you've got Ihart, you've got Caruso, you've got Dort, you've got all these players. And then you have 4 picks in the upcoming draft. And obviously their own pick is not going to be a lottery pick. But they've got the um, Clippers pick, right? They've got which the Clippers are currently the 4th worst team in the West, and that puts them 5th worst and 6th worst. I don't know. I'm not doing basic math. And then they've got the 76ers and they've got the Utah Jazz. So, like, there is a legitimate chance these are going to be lottery picks. And obviously, it would be absurd to keep all of them. Like, I feel like you have to flip at least 1 or 2 of their picks for futures because you just don't have the roster spots for incoming talent. Um, but they're basically set up in a way that we're going to be dealing with the OKC Thunder, barring injuries, which God forbid, like, no matter what you feel about a team, you don't want players to get hurt. Barring injuries, the Thunder are going to be mainstays in at least the conference finals, but probably the finals for at least 5 or 6 more years. Is there anything you can see, whether that be like Jalen Williams developing an ego and wanting to run his own team, or Chet getting injured because he's the giant, in a way that the Thunder aren't as scary as they actually look?
I mean, even if they get injured one season, that just means they have a no. Like
Is
they
it
have the
basically,
they have the capital to literally pick whatever player they want in the NBA and acquire them.
but is it like, are we basically just like praying that Wembanyama and Stephon Castle and all the other talent in San Antonio like pulls it together and just beats them every year? Like, is that the
I don't think
only
they have the hope.
outcome?
No, I don't think that.
Well,
I don't think there's a hope.
I think you are severely underrating that Spurs team.
Didn't you say they were going to make the finals last year?
I didn't expect Wemby to have blood clots. That's not even like that's not an issue you're gonna, predict. Oh, he's gonna have high ankle sprains. Sure, fair. Blood clots wasn't on my bingo card.
Wasn't on the bingo card, huh? Sounds
Also,
like
there was
it's
just
bad.
there was like Fox got hurt. I think Castle got hurt. Like it just happens. It's injuries. On the flip side, Milwaukee Bucks currently 8-9, and obviously I'm not talking about the Bucks for some ulterior motive. I love the Bucks. The Bucks are a
Oh
great team.
no. Uh,
So Milwaukee doesn't have a tradable pick until guess when? Guess when? Because I'm guessing you don't know this.
I don't. 2028.
Oh, keep going.
Keep
Keep going.
going.
Keep going.
2030.
Keep going.
2031.
2031 is the next tradable draft capital that the Milwaukee Bucks have. They are paying Damian Lillard $23 million to not be on their team until 2030. Giannis is about to be 32 years old, and he's on the last contract or last season of his contract. Do you think, one, the Bucks are in any way positioned to make a run, or do you think Giannis requests a trade, plays out the final season of his contract, and leaves as a free agent, or re-signs and finishes his career with the Bucks?
I think he's leaving. I think this whole notion we went that Giannis is this great guy and he's gonna be no. He's
I
he's
don't
gonna
think.
chase his dream.
Okay. I don't think Giannis. Like, let's not say that if he wants to leave, he's a bad guy. I think Giannis is a pretty
He
upstanding
would be to
person.
you.
I can delineate the two. Like, there's a separation between the player and the person. I think Giannis is a good person. If he left, I can't blame him because that's a terrible use of assets. Because like, there's a difference between leaving because you can't win and leaving because your management system fucked up. Because like I am like uh, if you talk to Pacer fans that I know, I am always the Miles Turner
Pacer fans
apologist.
that how'd that go, buddy?
What I'm saying is Miles Turner's probably worth about 23 million, but because you did the Lillard thing, you're basically paying Miles Turner 50 million max contract kind of shit. That's a terrible use of assets. Now, I don't blame Giannis if he wants out for that reason. If it's a situation where like you're just not good enough to get over the hump or you're in a market that isn't great at attracting talent, that's a cop out. Like, figure it out. But like if your franchise is setting you up for failure, sure, get out. That's different. But do you think he plays out the contract, or do you think he tries to chase the ring earlier and requests a trade?
I think the Bucks trade him.
Bucks trade. But what do you even ask for?
The sun and the moon.
But who's paying that?
Someone desperate enough, hopefully.
I would have to look at like cap situations because you're also talking about adding a max player. The Spurs could probably do it, but like that starts with Stephon Castle, and I don't think I move Stephon Castle for a 32-year-old Giannis. Could the Thunder do it? Actually, has had
The Thunder
hold
have
on,
the capital to acquire any
hold on.
NBA. Yes.
No, the capital. Yes, I'm talking cap space. Because what's their payroll? Oh my god. So
He's realizing it's possible.
Chet kicks in next year.
Do it
Jay
this year,
Will
Thunder.
kicks in next year. Cason Wallace is still on a rookie deal. Oh my God, if you traded Dort and Hartenstein, you could do it.
So just do it.
Oh
Just
my
do it and be
God.
oppressive. You would have someone that you could put yeah. Yeah, you have someone you could put on Wemby. He's tall, but he's a little twig. Giannis could bully him around a little bit, And yeah. Yeah.
Hold on, I need to pull up the trade machine. NBA trade machine. I just need to see if this is actually legitimately doable. Add team one in a way. Okay, see, because that would be trading him out of conference, but that's evil.
And just be evil.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly. Just let the Thunder be the new villains of the NBA and send Giannis there. Giannis gets to
the fuck
be
do
the
I have?
headline of the villain. He gets to be the KD of this upcoming generation, and yeah. Then Ren has nothing, and then Ren has to
I
sit
don't
here and what?
trade failed.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were going to contribute something, but no. Then Ren has nothing. Then Ren's like, oh, he's not a bad guy, and then he gets to watch
Oh my God.
Giannis
Oh
and
my
the
God.
Thunder
Oh my God. Oh
dominate
my God.
year after year after year, and then he'll get Giannis fatigue,
Oh
and then
my
he'll be
God, it's possible.
like,
Oh my God, it's possible. If you traded iHeart, Lou Dort, and Sorber plus picks, the weird thing is the trade machine says I have not affected the winning percentage of either team. I don't agree with that. Oh my God. It's possible. It is fucking possible. Do I have to? That's broken. Um,
and then the NBA would be over all over again, just like in 2015.
I
And this time there'd be no LeBron.
I I have nothing. Just looking at that brings me fear and pain.
It would bring me joy. It would bring me so much joy.
Um,
So just all the joy, just
so
watching.
let's start to wind down. Let's start to wind down. Let's start to wind down. I don't want to think about the bad man anymore.
Just getting
We're gonna
started,
end.
Ren.
We're gonna start to end. No, 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 no. You can hear my voice cracking. We will
Fine.
get there. We will get that back. But let's start to end on an uplifting note.
That
Okay.
wasn't uplifting.
I have a better uplifting note for me. Chris Paul is retiring at the end of the season.
Is he a top
Christopher
10 point
Emmanuel
guard? No,
Paul.
no, no, no. Top 10 is too disrespectful. Top 5 point guard?
Top 5. All time.
Yeah.
Magic's above him. I think we agree.
Yeah. I
Steph,
am with you on that.
Steph Curry's above him.
I'm with you on that. After that, I'm not sure how many more I can be with you with.
Oscar Robertson's above him.
I'm not with you.
Oh, I think Isaiah Thomas is probably above him.
Be with that.
And then I think you're splitting hairs whether you would take Stockton or Chris Paul because they've won the exact same amount of rings, and statistically, it's pretty close.
And then there Chris Paul is in the top 5.
But Shea, Halliburton, and Luca.
We don't think about that right now. We don't think about that right now. We don't think about that. It's
I'm
okay.
desperately trying to think of a fifth to push him down. LeBron James. LeBron James.
I don't think that counts as a point guard.
He's listed as a point guard on Basketball Reference.
This guy now he's doing the officially on Basketball Reference that me and Austin did when we got you. We got you in the top 5, and now This is full circle. This is you finally admitting, yes, you were got during that. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Steve Nash.
Absolutely not.
One season of Derrick Rose.
This guy. That one season
Okay.
was better.
That one season. One season of Deron Williams.
You're getting desperate, friend.
That was like 2 seasons. Rajon Rondo in the playoffs.
Oh.
Hey, headband Rondo was a whole different beast. Allen Iverson, if you consider him a point guard, I don't, but you might.
I don't either. I consider him a shooting guard.
Honestly, okay, bear with me here. Okay? I need you to approach this with an open mind. Are you approaching it with an open mind?
Best I can.
Damian Lillard is a better point guard than Chris Paul.
Ooh.
He's like number 3 in 3-pointers all time.
Mm-hmm. He does have playoff moments too.
Dame time was a real thing. I don't think that's as hot of a take as I thought it was.
No, I don't think so either. I don't think so.
Fuck
either.
you. Chris Paul, number 6. I didn't even get to Tony Parker, Kyrie, as Bob
Kyrie's
Cousy.
not retired.
Oh, does it have to be? Half those people aren't retired. Steph Curry's not retired.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Never mind. I'll give it to you. I'll let you out. I'll let you out of the chokehold I had you in. You would have had to give Chris Paul kudos for doing a thing, being good.
I will never. Every year on 2K, my favorite thing to do is the State Farm quest because you always get to play Chris Paul. And like I always just dunk on him over and over again and it makes me feel good.
I hope one year they just make Chris Paul's packages the meta.
I wouldn't use them. I
know you wouldn't. I know you wouldn't, buddy.
Ugh. All right. What else? Anything?
So, looks like I have a free update. So, what do you hope to get out of this NBA season as opposed to the previous ones?
I'm a Pacers fan. I'm currently living through my worst nightmare. Again, we used all the blood magic last year.
You did?
And
it
we're
was a lot.
paying for it now.
You are.
I'm really hoping for a high
Who's
lottery
your starting point guard right now?
Andrew Nembhard. It's actually not that bad.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought it was
no. Like when you're looking at the Pacers like rotation, like if healthy, it's not that bad because it's Nembhard, Mathurin, Nesmith, Siakam. It's when you get to the 5 and you start questioning whether Isaiah Jackson or Jay Huff is better than the other is when you run into the problem. And then you get into the depth, and you've got T.J. McConnell, who's old, Ben Shepherd, who's streaky, Obi Toppin, who's Obi Toppin. Like, he's never going to be a needle mover. So really what I'm hoping for out of this season is good luck on the lottery. I would love to get Cam Boozer or something like that.
Okay. I like that. What are you hoping to accomplish with this?
Enjoying it again. Let's see what happens. I think that while we were doing this was the most I was locked into the NBA as a whole.
Did you enjoy that part of it, being locked into the NBA and enjoying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like when we aren't doing this, like while we're doing this, like when we're recording, Like I find myself like putting on other NBA games besides just the Pacers. Like I watch more games and I enjoy basketball more.
So you got to
Um
see Wemby, you got to see Jokic, you got to see
I mean
LeBron, you got to
I
see Curry
like
more. Not that
not
you win,
even
but
that
more.
because like as a basketball fan, like obviously I'm gonna like if I see a game is on and it's Wemby or Jokic or Shea, I would want to tune in. I'm talking like I'd be sitting there and it would be like, oh, the Wizards are playing the Nets, might as well. Like it was
Oh
just like
Lord.
enjoy basketball to enjoy basketball. It wasn't like star player hunting. Uh,
Interesting.
but yeah. Besides that, for this season, I'm really, really just hoping that the Thunder do not repeat.
I think it's more possible than you want
It's
to admit.
it's very possible. I would say, like, if I was a betting man, and I'm not, I would bet that the Thunder win again.
I
But
am
I
a
don't
betting
want to see
man.
it. I would rather see the Knicks win, and I'm saying that as someone from Indiana. I just, again, I get it. It's part of the game, but like, I hate the way the Thunder play because Shea is that good. He doesn't need to foul bait. Lou Dort and Caruso are legitimately good defenders, but like because they're good defenders, they're allowed to like bear hug players and they just get away with it. And I hate that. Like I don't like unethical basketball. Especially not when you're good. Like again, it's like in 2K like the teams that we've played that are like significantly better than us, but they're playing cheesy. It's like, dude, you're better. Like why are you doing that?
You're better white. Yeah. No,
It's
I
it's
like that analogy. I like that.
it's asinine. Like, just play the freaking game. Don't shoot free throws. Nobody wants to see free throws. And for God's sake, call fouls, like actual fouls. Because I think part of going back to what we were talking about earlier in the episode when it came to like players getting injured more frequently, I think part of it is the physicality of the game is at such a high level because quote unquote good defenders are allowed to get away with so much more. And that physical play takes a toll on the offensive players, and I think that that is part of the problem.
I like that.
Yeah,
So I think the thing I struggled with more the first time is just, I guess, experiencing burnout. Like after you left, I'm pretty sure I took like a month off, and then I was a lot better after that. So I do think like moving forward with shows, I need to kind of either A, have a plan to do like to take a break off for an extended period of time without me, or B, just have a month for each show where I do not record that show to kind of refresh and reset myself.
and obviously there would be issues with that with the basketball podcast currently, but I get it.
It wouldn't be now. I'm not saying now. Like how many years did we do that basketball podcast before I was at like that point? It
Uh,
was multiple years.
it was like 2.5.
Yeah. So I'm just saying respect the fact that I'm also doing like other things on the side and we'll be fine.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I
fair.
need time with other things. I take breaks with football too. It's not a personal issue.
All right. God, we've been going forever. So I did the intro. You take the outro.
So, if you're listening to this, something that we don't do in the outro that I really wish, and I honestly should take more accountability with the outro, is to thank everyone for listening. Anyone who took the time to listen to us talk about this, I appreciate you greatly. Have a wonderful day. Make sure to follow us on Twitter. Make sure to follow us on YouTube, social medias. RSS is our main platform. Any way you want to support, you can. Thank you guys. I love you guys. You have a wonderful day.
Go listen to the old episodes because I used to thank everyone every episode. You dick.
No, we didn't.
Go listen to them. Yes, I did.
Peace out, guys.
Bye.